In order to have lift, look at the top. There's a small window of thrust, gravity, and drag, a balance that has to happen. Right? There's no way to get around that. And if you do not balance your variables, those three variables, the correct way, you will never achieve lift. That's what I'm trying to let you know. So check this out. If you don't have lift, that means you haven't balanced the three variables. Let me say that again. If you do not have lift, you're building a plane. I'm going somewhere with this. If you don't have lift, look at the top. If you don't go up, you didn't balance the other three. I don't care about any percentage of planes that fail. This is what people do. I built a plane and it doesn't have lift. Come to find out, 50% of people built planes and none of them had lift either. This is how people use statistics. It's useless because they don't understand statistics. This is what people do. I'm going somewhere with this. Look, check me out. People come and they have built a plane and they say, look, I built a plane and it doesn't have lift. See, come look at everybody else. Almost nobody else's plane has lift. And I'm sitting there saying that, do you understand that if you optimize your thrust, your gravity, and your drag correctly, you have lift 100% of the time. Every time. If you balance the variables correctly, you have lift every time. That's what I need you to understand. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Unbreakable Grind. It's your guy CJ back with another video. I'm gonna get right into this because this is very, very important. All right, I've got comments coming in, man. I'm trying to show you guys. I'm trying to show you guys how to win out here, but I got some comments of some people really showing why most of us gonna lose. Okay, most of us gonna lose, and this is almost true in every arena. Financially, educationally, relationship-wise, mentally, we're gonna lose, and the data proves it, right? Most of us gonna lose and are gonna continue to lose. Let me demonstrate some stuff, and then I'm gonna come show you guys. I'm gonna give you guys some game that you will not hear on the internet because I think I constructed this myself. I need you to understand that if I didn't have a unique way of thinking, if I didn't learn to think for myself, I wouldn't have been as successful as I am now. All right. I'm going to show you why I'm as successful as I am now and why I'm going to continue to be extremely successful. And I can tell people or not tell people, it doesn't matter. Nothing can stop me because I'm very scientific in my approach. I'm very structured in my thinking and my approach. I don't let convolution just come into my life and overcomplicate my life. Most of the things we deal with are extremely simple. People add variables that don't matter when it comes to the goals they're trying to reach. And most of that is the main reason why people are out here failing. Most of the stuff people say in these comments don't even affect anything. Let me demonstrate. Because people are throwing around data and don't even know how to interpret data. See, you have to understand. People give data but don't know how to really read the data. I'm married to a whole freaking data scientist. I know I'm cold in this game. You know what I'm saying? I learned this stuff at a young age. I learned how to win at a young age. Check me out. And there's no arrogance. Everyone can replicate what I'm doing, but you have to listen and you have to do the work. Let me demonstrate. Let me read a couple comments. Then I'm going to get in here and break it down once and for all. I can't give it all in one video. It's not possible. I've been doing this stuff for years. I can't give you everything in one video, and I've been doing this freaking stuff more than a decade. But I want to give you guys some of the thought processes so that you can start to not listen to losers that make you lose. And I'm just be honest. Most people will not win out here. They won't be married and won't have successful marriages, successful businesses. They won't have successful finances. They won't be multimillionaires. They'll think life is hard. That's just what it is. And everyone has the opportunity to change it, but almost no one will because it's too much freaking work and it takes you have to be unique. You have to be your own individual. You have to think and no one will do it. Check this out. All right. Divorce is so common these days that it makes it less desirable to get married. Why sign up for a contract that rewards the person who breaks it? Okay, so that's one comment. That's about marriage. I'm gonna go somewhere with this. I'll break this down, man. I'm ready. All right, I'm gonna break this down. Here's another comment. This isn't just a black community problem or an affluence issue. Half of marriages fail. 80% of divorces are filed by women. 80% of divorces that are filed by women. Most of the time, the woman have to have more to gain from the divorce. Okay? Marriage is a modern society stressed to the marriage in modern society is stressed to a breaking point. Okay, it's kind of some syntax errors in there. Women want men to be providers in a traditional sense, but women don't themselves move like traditional women. Okay, so it's a bad deal. All right, and then the person says applied science is easy compared to dealing with people's emotions. Science is rational. People often are not. I once was like you, thinking that you can reason your way through many issues. It's not true in many cases, but not 100%. All right. So the first thing I need you to understand, okay, is that when dealing with complex issues have many variables. When we're talking about people, we're talking about a highly complex system. I've got a video about this. A human can be simplified into a highly complex system. You can use black or white box testing to identify what that system is. What is black or white box testing? White box testing is looking into the person and trying to figure it out. Not really a good strategy for something as complex as a human. You want to use black box testing. You want to look at the inputs and outputs, what you give them and what they give out. That's the best you can do with a human. That's how you simplify a human and put a rational strategy on top of a human being. I'll get to that later. Now, those are the comments. Now, check this out. So these people are telling me the high success rate, high failure rates in marriages. They're telling me that marriage is a bad deal. First, I want to get into this. All right, check this out. Check out this data. I'm going somewhere with this. First, I want you guys to see that marriage is a bad deal. It's a bad deal. Bad deal, right? Wealthy millennials are more likely to be married than the rest of their generation. It's a bad deal still, but I need you to understand that though it's a bad deal, everybody wants to be a millionaire, right? I'm pretty sure most people want to be a millionaire. Most people won't, but come to find out, most of the millionaires are married. Most of the millennial millionaires are married. Actually, most millionaires in general are freaking married. So first off, before you get to saying women and men and men and women and women and men, I don't care how you twist it. I don't care how you say it. You still have to acknowledge that most millionaires are married. That's just a fact. Okay. So when you get through crying about women and men and percentages, pay attention to the percentages that matter. Stop paying attention to stupid stuff. Like I'm going to break that down. Because all we do is just see what happens is people just talk, we say stuff, and we really just suppress ourselves and we waste time. You can change your life in 2, 3, 4 years, but we sit and we complain about the statistics and we don't even interpret the statistics in a way that are conducive to us winning. And then we complain about our life sucking. So let me explain this. Look at this. 8 common traits of billionaires. Okay. There are about 2,500 billionaires freaking review for this, right? Watch this. Watch this. They're typically married. More than 85% of billionaires are married and have an average of 3 children. Married. Okay, so let's talk about marriage, bad deal, whatever. Well, everybody you freaking want to be like financially is married. All right, so you can twist it, you can say whatever you want and whatever. Everyone's going to ignore these statistics. All right, we're back in action, man. Look, I need you guys to see this. All right, the app is messing up, but we're back in action. Now, most of the people you want to be like financially, all right? Most of you don't want to be married, right? But do you want to be a billionaire? You probably don't think you ever will, but most of you might not have the confidence to think it's possible, right? But what I need you to know is whether you think you can do it or not, 85% of those mother effers are married. I need you to understand. Debate me. Go ahead. Debate me. 85% are married. Most millennials who are millionaires are married. I'm a millennial. I'm married. I'm a millionaire. I became a millionaire really quick. I'm black. I have a low probability of being a millionaire. I'm black. I'm getting there. I'm not special either. I can replicate this over and over, but I want to shed some light on why this is possible. I want you guys to understand that 80% of businesses fail. Check this out. I want you guys to understand this. 80% of businesses fail. I'm about to break this down. Let me show you why I will always win. And there are certain people that will always win. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter what you give them, they'll win. Because there's a specific thing they understand that most people don't understand. Most people do not understand the scientific method. We have been taught how to break down complex issues and get a result. We've been taught it, but we don't freaking understand it. All right, so let me show you something. I want to go to the divorce rate real quick. I'm about wisdom. See, I got to tie it all together. It might sound like I'm jumping around, but my ideologies apply to universally. They apply universally. It doesn't matter where you put it, it works. That's how you know you freaking got something that works. That's how you know you got the wisdom in the situation when it applies. Oh, it only applies to this one case. Well, you probably haven't found the wisdom. Young fellow, check this out. 50%. So what is that? The divorce percentage is 50 freaking percent. They are also good for children growing, yada, yada, yada. The divorce rate is so it says, however, about 40% of married couples in the United States divorce. That's the point. All right. Now, that data, everyone throws up. Why would I get married? Most freaking divorces, most freaking marriages end in divorce. Most marriages end in divorce. Why would I get married? Most would divorce. Why would I get married? 50%, 50%. Check this out. Yeah, about 30% of businesses will survive their 10th year business. About 30% of businesses will survive their 10th year. That means 70% of businesses will fail. That means more businesses will fail than marriages, right? So does that mean, so let's think about this, right? Does that mean, hey, don't start a business, it's freaking a lose. It's a lose situation. It's a loss. You're going to lose. You're going to lose in business if you start a business because it's a loss. What I need you to understand is the data does not show you. This is what the data doesn't show you. I need you guys to really pay attention on this. The data doesn't show you that upon the correct conditions in the correct execution, almost 100% of business succeed given the correct execution. The data isn't showing you that the ones that failed didn't do it right in the first place. That's what the data isn't showing you. I can show you the statistics about business, and the business can say 70% fail. But the data doesn't show you that 70% should have failed, because and the data also doesn't show you that almost 100% of the businesses that are structured the correct way in a market of demand, and they have good customer service, and they have good market analytics, and they actually adjust to the marketplace, almost 100% of those businesses succeed. So think about this. I've had people tell me that my business wouldn't succeed. But they don't understand that even though most businesses don't succeed, most properly structured businesses almost always succeed. That's what the data doesn't show you. So you got to think for yourself. See, the difference is you got to think for your freaking self. I'm telling you, man, this is free game. Point me to a link where someone is telling you what I'm telling you. I'm organic. I've come up with this myself. I figured this out myself. I'm at 1 million. I'm at 1.5 roughly million. I'll be at 10 million. Give me a couple years. 100 million. It's on the internet. I'm putting it here. I don't charge for this. I know it seems like I'm just BSing, but I'm showing you my freaking play. Nothing, because we're in the United States of America, bro. We can win. But if you listen to guys tell you business fell at a 70% rate, F that. Why would I build a business? Think about it. Let me look at those businesses. Wow, wrong industry. Wow, they didn't understand their market strategy. Wow, terrible finance books. Wow, why would I build my business like the ones who failed? 100% of the ones that succeeded followed the correct structure. That's what I need you to understand. None of the ones who didn't follow the correct properties to build a correct business, they all failed. Check this out. I'm going somewhere with this. Why did I say we don't understand the scientific method? Why do we not understand science? See, it's all universal. It's all universal. This is what you have to understand. This is what you have to understand about marriage. Yeah, it's freaking plain. You have to understand this about marriage, about business, about college, about everything you want in life. Everything desirable in life has a high failure rate. College, high failure rate. High paying jobs, high failure rate. Most people don't get those. Becoming a millionaire, high failure rate. Long-term marriages, high failure rate. Business, high failure rate. Everything desirable has a high failure rate. So why would you show me a high failure rate as a justification as to why something makes sense to not do? Everything desirable has a high failure rate. Duh. Duh, that's what you got to understand. Getting in shape, high failure rate. People won't do it. So check this out. Look at this plane. Let's say we want a plane to fly, okay? We want to fly. That's all we want. That's what we've decided we want to do with ourselves. The only thing that matters, and this is nasa.gov. I need you guys to understand that if you want to fly, the only concerns that you should have in your life are lift, because you need lift. You need to understand drag. You need to optimize your drag. You need to account for gravity, and you need thrust. That's all you need to be concerned with. I need you to understand that. If your goal and objective is to fly, you better not ever think about anything but those four. This is what people are doing, right? Let's say I come to you guys and I say, look, I got a plane, it flies. You're like, how does it fly? I say, oh man, I got the correct thrust optimized with the correct drag because I calculated in the gravity with the correct surface area to get the correct lift. And now it worked out, the equation balanced, and now I'm flying. This is what people do. Well, okay, let me try. Okay, I gave Mars some thrust. I got me some thrust too. And I got gravity too. And I got lift. And I got drag. And it didn't work. Look, everybody tried it. It didn't work. Mine isn't working because yours won't work unless you optimize the variables for within the window of acceptance. There's only a small window I need you to understand. There's only a small window of variability in which these things balance to succeed. These four variables almost always don't create lift. Drag, gravity, and thrust almost always don't create freaking lift. Most things go down. Look around you. Most things that are objects fall to the ground. Most things on most humans, animals, most things are on the ground. That's because most objects don't optimize for lift. There's a specific dial of optimization. There's a specific range of optimization between these variables in which you can fly, and it's a very small window. What I need you to understand is that very few objects on the planet Earth meet the criteria to have lift. That's what I need you to understand. In order to have lift, look at the top. There's a small window of thrust, gravity, and drag, a balance that has to happen. Right? There's no way to get around that. And if you do not balance your variables, those three variables, the correct way, you'll never achieve lift. That's what I'm trying to let you know. So check this out. If you don't have lift, that means you haven't balanced the three variables. Let me say that again. If you do not have lift, you're building a plane. I'm going somewhere with this. If you don't have lift, look at the top. If you don't go up, you didn't balance the other three. I don't care about any percentage of planes that fail. This is what people do. I built the plane and it doesn't have lift. Come to find out, 50% of people built planes and none of them had lift either. This is how people use statistics. It's useless because they don't understand statistics. This is what people do. I'm going somewhere with this. Look, check me out. People come and they have built a plane and they say, look, I built the plane and it doesn't have lift. See, come look at everybody else. Almost nobody else's plane has lift. And I'm sitting there saying that, do you understand that if you optimize your thrust, your gravity, and your drag correctly, you have lift 100% of the time. Every time. If you balance the variables correctly, you have lift every time. That's what I need you to understand. Let's keep going, right? See, a lot of you are talking about this 50% on marriages, but you don't understand is that almost 100% of marriages that are constructed correctly succeed. That's what you don't understand. People look at the business statistic. Oh man, 70% fail. Yeah, but 100% of the ones that are succeeding balance the variables correctly. Who cares how many fail? Why would you even be like the ones that fail? All of the ones that succeed can always succeed given the correct variable balances. That's what people don't pay attention to. I freaking jumped out from $0, paid $250,000 debt, jumped straight to a millionaire. And if I lose all my money, I can bam, 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 do it again. Why? Why when most people will never be millionaires? Because if you balance the variables, it happens 100% of the time. I showed people charts of the S&P 500. You can show me the percentage of people that lose money in the market and make money. And it's quite ironic that people lose money when it goes the S&P 500 goes up 100% of the time over time. You got mother effers out here freaking jumping out of windows because they losing money on the S&P 500. You got people freaking arguing with their families because they don't have money. And at the end of the day, it goes up 100% of the time. So this is the thing, man. Everybody overcomplicates everything, and everything desirable will have small percentages of success rates. This is what it is. I'm going to have people under this freaking video rebuting what I'm saying, but I've got results for everything I've said and receipts for everything I've said. Okay. I have a marriage and I don't freaking argue. That's because I balance the variables. I'll get into how you balance it, but what I'm trying to show you is how to think analytically and actually solve problems. We're not even using data correct. 50% of marriages don't work. Yeah, but that doesn't show you that 50% work. 50% didn't even have a chance to work. 50% of planes don't fly. Yeah, they didn't balance the variables to have lift. Duh, they didn't fly. 100% of the ones that are balanced correctly fly. 70% of businesses fail. 100% of the businesses structured correctly succeed. So the whole thing is, what am I saying? The problem is you. If you don't succeed, it's you. That's the point. If you fail, it's you. If you don't get muscles, your fault. If you don't make money, your fault. If you go to college, don't get a job, your fault. If you don't get married and freaking build a family, your fault. That's the point. Because everyone who goes out here and does it the right way always gets the result. It's not a freaking toss up. What I need you to understand is most people are gonna freaking lollygag and not do the work. Now, with that being said, man, I don't have time to break this down any freaking more than that. Digest that, and I'll see what you guys have to say about that, man. If you like this content, hit that like button, subscribe, notification, you want those immediately, man. We got to do better out here, man. I'm going to the freaking top. You can go to the top. No one can stop me, and nobody can stop you. All right? And if y'all don't like hearing this kind of information, then you must like to lose. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.